First off, I told them backstage, these might be 3 of the best dressed fighters we have on our roster. So I just want to take a moment to acknowledge that. Dapper Scrappers all around.
I mean, y'all know how we do, right?
He actually brought up a great point. The last time we had 3 title fights on a card was UFC 217, and all 3 belts changed hands. Do you guys feel like that could be some good luck for you as you head into another card with 3 titles on the line?
Yeah, I'll go first. We all do our part and we can get it done. Like I know I'm very confident I can get the job done. I'm sure they're confident they can get the job done. Let's see if we can do that again. Honestly, I believe this game's evolving and I've evolved with it. I believe that. I know a lot of people are going to say, obviously, Frankie's got the wrestling and all that sort of stuff, which he does, but I've got that power and I really know how to put it all together. And a lot of people are going to say that I'm going to have problems with the range and stuff like that. And believe me, when it comes to range, I'm very comfortable there. I've got a lot of good training partners, got me ready for this. But again, there's going to be people doubting me, but we're early days away where, I can prove them wrong, and all my supporters, I can prove them right.
JBren11 wants to know, how do you keep your nerves down in the build-up, especially with a fight that has so much animosity as this one against Colby?
I think Amanda just kind of touched on it a little bit. I think it comes down to believing in yourself. You just kind of, what the work that you put in, everything that you've given, everything that you sacrifice. And so, of course, there's always going to be those nerves because it's like, oh man, did I do enough? Am I ready? You're always going to feel that, but it's, you have to be able to bring your mind back to, shit, I put in too much time. I got beat up by all these training partners, man. I'm ready. You have to be able to just hone all of those and use it once you get in there. I've surprised myself sometimes with some of the things I'm able to do in there, because we all know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the fight, leading up to the fight, we're getting beat. You're just tired. Your body's exhausted from all the long training camp. You're getting beat up by training partners who normally can't even land a punch on you. They're taking you down, beating you on you. But it's just a matter of, just believing in yourself once you get in there and controlling all of those nerves. I think that's truly what makes champions champions.
Everybody knows I'm the greatest of all time. GSP's a bum. He's in Canada eating poutine. I'm in America eating poutang.
And here we are. Did you guys have Spotify results? People were tweeting out all their Spotify results of what music they listened to and what were their top. Do you guys do that?
I heard about it, but I haven't actually done it. I'm going to do that soon, though.
Okay.
Sounds like something a nerd or a virgin would do.
Nothing wrong with being a virgin and a nerd.
Thank you all for coming out.
Jose Youngs here with MMAfighting.com, speaking with Irene Adana.
I'm here with Jessica Ai, who's facing Vivian Araujo. Marlon Moraes, who faces Jose Aldo on Saturday at UFC 245. Here with Jeff Neal, who faces
Mike Perry ahead of his fight against Jeff Neal. With Ben Saunders ahead of his fight at UFC 245 against Matt Brown.
Peter Yan, who's facing Uriah Faber on Saturday at UFC 245.
Jose Aldo at the UFC 245 media day ahead of his fight against Marlon Moraes on Saturday night. Face of Canadian MMA, Max Holloway. What's it like to fight outside of Canada finally?
I love and miss the 10th Island dearly, but we're here on the 9th Island, baby. And I can't wait, I can't wait to go out there and just do my thing.
So, yeah, we've got a special guest here, Mark, the Hammer Cold. Is he helping you out for the fight on Saturday? Is he just here with moral support? Show Ohio strong?
Moral support, number one.
Moral support. Hey, that's important. Moral support's important, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
One final question for myself. Your English is pretty fantastic for someone born in Mexico. How important was it to learn English before joining the UFC?
Well, was really important. My dad always gave me the best education that he can. I'm really grateful for that. And I always tried in the beginning when I was in Invicta, I got so nervous with the interviews and I was a mess with the interviews. I started to practicing again so it could flow better. I know I'm not perfect in my English, but I'm trying my best. And I try with songs, I try with video games, I chat with my coach sometimes in the gym. And well, yeah, it's important. It's a sport that is is seen in all the whole world. You need to speak the language, the universal language.
These are just a bunch of jealous haters. I could care less what they say. I just turned it up to 11. All those guys are just scared to put it all on the line. They're not going to talk because they're scared of what people think of them. They're here to make friends. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. Everybody knows I'm Captain America, and Marty's out here faking injuries, faking excuses, faking narratives. He's saying he's more American than me. What's more American than him, than me? My family served for this country in the Korean War, in the Vietnam War. What's his family ever served besides in the penitentiary?
Over there have been incredible. I don't think I've ever felt this good on Fight Week, but we've actually been able to use some really fun science behind it. So we see the numbers and we see the things that I have, that it's almost like my body's working better than it ever has. So it's been really nice.
Was that an issue at all coming into the Valentina fight?
Yeah, unfortunately going into the Valentina fight, I had moved. I'm somewhat of a control freak, so I was helping with the move of my house to here, Las Vegas. And I ended up re-injuring my back and ended up having 6 herniations in my back going into the fight. So from L2 to S1, I was just dealing with pain. 2 weeks out from the fight, we had an epidural shot, as well as, what are they called? The epidural, I think it's just an epidural is the actual for it. But going into the fight, the UFC PI did everything, and the UFC in general stood behind me to help me to get ready for that fight. It was up to me to make that ultimate decision not to put myself in there against the killer, because she's great, but she didn't get the best version of, Jessica Eye, and I'm going to have to prove that. I'm going to have to win fights like against Viviani and some of these other girls to prove it. And I think that we'll get to show how tough I really am and, just prove it that I deserve to be back there, that an injury in that fight really did change us. We weren't who we were supposed to be in that fight.
Yeah, I don't want to think about his weight, I got my weight to think about, It's if you think about something else, you don't worry about yourself.
A guy like Colby, who's on top of the card, made his bones by talking a lot of trash and going after people. What does that say about where our sport's at right now?
Well, it's not for me, and I don't promote that sort of lifestyle or attitude, and I don't think the sport needs it. But on the flip side of the coin, good for him. He's out getting paid, making a lot of money, getting a lot of publicity. The only thing specifically with him, they kind of did the same. They just crossed the line a couple of times, particularly talking about the relative to Glenn Robinson, you can't be doing that, man. That's crossing the line. The sort of the fallout with Masvidal, this is, you can't lose your dignity and your honor. It's cool to go out there and talk and put on a show and put on that mask and go out and be a character. And I don't have nothing against that, but you can't. There's lines, and I think you just crossed them.
They keep matching you with guys who like to get pretty wild in the octagon. Nico Price, Frank Camacho, now Mike Perry. What's up with that?
It's an honor. I guess that's a testament to me, because they know that I'm going to step up to that challenge and give them what they want. So I don't want to be that guy the whole time. Eventually, I want to be the title contender. But as of right now, I'll take these fights and I'll put on the show, give them what they want.
This is one of the better parts of being a fighter. The fight's supposed to be fun, but it's pretty nerve-wracking. It's usually fun right after the fight is over. So, the training's hard. The questions are one of the easier parts. I should be able to do better at answering them.
Hopefully it's the best Matt Brown to date. I know he's a savage, but I'm a savage too. And as a true samurai, man, I'm trying to fight the best there is. I don't want him to be injured, sick. I don't want anything. I want there to be no debate and no question about it when I beat him.
Have you noticed your fellow fighters like Conor McGregor and Darren Till, they're commenting on your weight cut, and like Volkanovski said, maybe he saw you around. So it's a difference between the fans and the media commenting on it and your fellow fighters, right?
But of course, pay attention. Look at those two guys specifically. Look where one has been, and look where the other one is going. Those guys understand the difference in the idea of sacrifice. Do we have to sacrifice? You have to make humongous sacrifices that other people are not willing to do, so you can accomplish things like Conor accomplished that only people dream of. So I'm on that era. I'm on that same level of those guys. They understand exactly. That's why they give me the respect and the props, because it's a sacrifice that I have to make to continue making my history and be in the legend books.
You know, in pertaining to Kobe Covington, like he's already came out and said that this was a gimmick. First of all, I didn't have to sell my soul just to get the attention of you people. You know, I put my hard work in, and this is what a true American is about. You know, I grinded from the bottom. I put all the work in, and now I'm sitting up here, the undisputed champion of the world, in a position where he wants to be. So it just goes to attest to the differences between us.
The debut was a lot crazier than what I expected. The day flew by. Every time I looked at my phone, like an hour and a half at least had passed, and that kind of made me more and more nervous. But now that it's all said and done, oh, it was so much fun. Yeah, you know, I'm still enjoying it. The day's not over, and I feel like with everything I do for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna be able to soak everything in, from the shower after this to the food to watching the rest of the fights here at UFC 245. Everything's gonna feel just 10 times better.
Missing weight, like, you know, in my 14 years as an athlete, I've never missed my mark on that. It was something I miscalculated. Lucky me, I got my special cousin in town today. If you don't know what that means, every other female does. So it's definitely a first time for me to do that. I'm ashamed of myself. The amount of like backlash I took from it was just mind blowing, that people are just that mean and cruel over it. But one of my friends said to me, they go, "Hey, Jessica, they pay to make weight. That's why they take a part of your show money, right? So the fighting is the fun part. So, you know, they pay us to make weight. And, you know, I missed my mark, and I had to pay her some money, you know, and I'm sorry to her. I'm sorry to all my fans and all the people. You know, it won't happen again. It's not like this is something that, you know, is a continuous problem with me. But yes, I had to. When I got dropped off today, my coach was like, "Jessica, like, let it go." I couldn't even smile. Like, everybody was at dinner at my house, and we had all these great things. Like, I had Pink Box Donuts send me stuff, and I felt so ashamed to like eat and enjoy myself. It was really embarrassing.
Just hungry. I'm hungry again. When I had that kind of bad moments in my life, was like, hey, really, I deserve more in my life. You know, I deserve more. It was hard, and sometimes when you go, I went like a kind of a start to the flyweight division in the UFC. A kind of. Not too much, but kind of. And sometimes just start to feel different. Just start to feel like weak, you know. But I'm hungry right now. I'm hungry again. I'm starving, and I'm ready for a new challenge.
Anything surprise you in the fight from your opponent?
He resists a lot. He has a really good chin, because I know the first round was hard, but I wanted to feel his power. I saw all his career, his last fights, a lot of power in his right overhand. I tried to feel it a little bit. First round complicated, but second and third round I pushed all the pressure in my opponent in kite, and his resistance was amazing, to be honest, because I put a lot of good punches in his face.
Any worries when it went to the scorecards at all, just with what happened last time?
Sorry again?
Were there any concerns about the decision going your way or not?
No. I'm happy right now. I think this is the correct decision.
Yes. Well, it's just based after what happened last time. Because you thought
Yeah, I know.
the fight was a draw.
Yeah. The last fight was like, I mean, I know it was a hard fight. Askar Askarov had a really good moments in that fight, but I think I put pressure. I put the best punches in the fight. I don't know. Just I try to be focused in my next step, and watch me right now. I'm happy. I'm here.
Yeah, so the developmental deal, before Contender, I was just fighting on the regional shows. Like, I'd cut weight like 10 minutes from my house, drive another half hour to weigh-ins, and that was it. So there wasn't really a process to it. Maybe I'd do an interview after the fight or something, if some of the local places wanted to. But other than that, it was pretty like bare bones. So getting to do stuff for the developmental deal where I have a target on my back because, you know, everybody else knows I'm on the developmental deal. I have to fly across the country to fight. All my fights were on the East Coast, so it was like a 3-hour time change, just dealing with that, dealing with cutting the weight there, all the media stuff I had to do, like flying out a week early and all that. It just kind of gave me the time and gave me the exposure to get ready for stuff like this.
Well, in 2010, I hated everybody, everyone, and I was angry all the time. I had a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to fuck up everybody I seen, and I trained like I was a freaking madman. So I'm not that guy no more. Now I'm much happier, you know, I'm in a much better place in my life. Not that that was even a bad place. I'm glad to have went through that phase. But I got kids, you know, and you know, I don't want my kids walking around, you know, being me, being who I was. So
That's gotta be exhausting. I don't think to be that angry and just mad all the time. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I had a lot of energy.
Was that the best punch you've ever landed in a fight, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely yes. Yes, I was missing my knockouts.
Yeah, because it hadn't been since early in your career, right?
Sorry?
It hadn't been since earlier in your career, like very early in your career that you had knockout wins.
Yeah, I used to have a lot of wins in first rounds, knockouts first rounds, and I was missing it a little bit. Yeah, I'm glad it came out again.
I feel great about it, you know, because he's known as the warrior, the tough guy, you know what I mean? And I put him away in a minute 30, so that should say something about me, and people should open their eyes up like, hey, this dude Jeff, he might be for real.
Ну вы как думаете, я заслуживаю драться за пояс? Спустя за 1,5 года провел 5 поединков. Дай вопрос, братан.
What do you guys think? Do I deserve to fight for the title or not? I had 6 wins inside a year and a half. You know, I think I deserve it.
Of course, since I signed up the bout agreement, I was very confident that I could beat him. And I think I won the first round. The second round, I think he got it. Then the third, I think I got it. And it was a close fight. I just fought Jose Aldo, you know. A lot of people judge and say, oh, man, that's a tough fight, close fight. Who did beat Jose in a split decision? Who did that, you know? He only lost for 5-6 guys in his whole career. He won the longest featherweight champion. He beat all champions, contenders, you know. Hats off for him. But now, like I said, now it's my time. And that's it.
This fight, I wanna just fight, go for 5 rounds. That was the strategy. Take her down and dominate her 5 rounds. It was exactly what I did. Oh no, actually, I managed very well the elbows. I saw she was protected very, very well, and then I save it. And I hold a little bit, hold, see if the elbow is there, the punch was there, and a couple times I throw, but I handle myself very well. When I get out the first round, I look my coach corner like I can go more full. He take her down easily.
Yeah, you know, the first round, it always takes me a round or two to start get going, you know. But yeah, so I was wanting to feel him out, you know. I was talking about how strong he was, how powerful he was. So we was playing that game, you know. I wanted to see, and I felt like I was having success from like mid-second round to all the way third, fourth, fifth, and at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough. I mean, I try to finish every fight, you know. I go out there, I try to fight my fight. I definitely felt him slowing from third, fourth, and then even the fifth, you know. He was talking a bunch in like the middle rounds, and then fourth and fifth, he wasn't really talking too much. So I felt like I was finding my way, you know. I thought I was finding my way, and man, I fought wrong. I thought the first round I was filling him out, so he did what he did in the first round. Second round, I thought I was taking over, and then 3, 4, 5, I thought it was mine, but saw in other ways, you know. There's only three opinions that matter. Like the great Burt Watson said, don't leave that shit to the judges. They're gonna make you cry. So they made me cry twice in 2019. So that's choo choo forward to 2020. New year, new me.
Man, it was a tough one for me. Again, I stay so composed in there. I've got a job to do, right? When I'm in there, and I've always said that I keep myself so level-headed and composed.
So going through, I was just taking every round and talking to them. I'm going, how's it going? They're going, it's going good, it's going good. So, I thought it was reasonably close. Obviously, I thought I was winning, but I didn't know. But my corner were done a really good job of letting me know that and not getting caught up into his game. And as the rounds go on, they're telling me to keep doing what I'm doing. So I've got full faith in them. Game plan was working well. My shins are a little sore, but, the game plan went well. So it was good. Again, I was saying, we're both very high level. It was a chess match in there. And, I got the job done. A lot of people keep asking me about, with Poirier, he done this. These are things that you've seen him do that you could use. I'm like, yeah, we've seen stuff, but we're seeing things that Max winning, we seen why he's winning, things that work really good for him. When we look that deep. And like I said, we think we've got a formula, and I've got that style as well. So when he really wanted to pour it on, I was just getting out of range, or I'd let him run into some of my shots. And then obviously them leg kicks were there, and that gas tank, I've got the gas tank. We were sitting there talking in there. I was like, hey, we're both fresh. We're both fresh in there, you know what I mean? So again, there's a couple of little mental and physical games in there, but it was good fun. You know what I mean? I got it done. We got it done.
It was good to it's good to move past all of that. I'm going to be honest. This was what kept me sane all 6-7 months. Whenever this fight, I knew this fight was going to happen. This is what kept me sane, is this moment right here after the fight. That's what I look forward to. This is the addictive moment. This is what keeps me doing this. There was a lot. There was a lot emotionally, a lot that he said. This one, and I meant it. This one's for the world. This one's for the people of Brazil. This one is for my former manager. This one is for my family. This one is for my recent manager. This one is for everybody. And, when you push hate and you push separation, love and unity does win sometimes. And tonight it won. Where's this gas tank at? Everybody's talking about this gas tank. Where is this gas? I was actually waiting for him to wrestle, but I knew that he knew if he wrestled with me, he was going to gas out and I was going to knock him out a lot quicker than that. Tyron Woodley has better accolades wrestling than he does. And you saw what happened in that fight. He knew he couldn't wrestle with me. And striking with me, and that was his best chance. And, we saw what happened there.
And then the last thing for me, the crowd was chanting USA, and it seemed like it was for him. You're an American citizen. You've been here for a long time.
It's for me too. What you talking about? They was chanting USA for me. Let's be honest. I've said it time and time again. I'm more American than him. I am what it means to be an American. I'm an immigrant that come here and work my ass off tirelessly to get to the top. And I'm still prevailing. And so that's what it means to be an American. It's not necessarily, just because you're born here, you feel privileged is what it means to be an American. No, I told him none of these guys work harder than me. That's what it means to be an American. I work my ass off, and I'm going to continue to work my ass off. And obviously with good integrity. I don't have to walk around like a punk and say certain things and abuse the whole country, abuse the whole world, and talk about people and religions and things like that. I don't have to, I'm going to walk with integrity, because at the end of the day, I want everyone that's watching me, every eye that's on me, to look at me and say, you know what? That's what we want to be. That's the example that we like. And so, I'm more American than him. So when they were chanting USA, that was, you damn sure better believe that was because of me.
Obrigada. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're doing like that. Okay. Hold you on top. You on top, right shoulder.
That's it. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you, the good, the bad, whoever is writing. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm going to have a good one, too.
guys.